Yeah, it's myself, Marv Man, one half of Surreal Sounds UK production team, and this is my story with Sho Sho Media. Me as a producer, I feel like obviously I don't need my face out there, but now I think it's kind of pinnacle for people to say, oh, he's actually white, or oh, he's actually southern, or whatever. Because Bad Boy's from Manchester, innit? And everyone thinks, why the fuck is a southerner and a Manc working together? Do you get me? And like our mates from Preston, like Conman and Netch, they were like, oh sir, we thought you were from Manchester. How do you even produce? Well, it's just the fucking internet, innit?
Yeah,
you just produce like that, send it over, and you know what I mean?
What's on the outside of the cover don't even really matter that much to me, you know. What matters to me is just coming out those speakers.
I used to spin a couple of records as a DJ back in the day at college, just fucking about with mates and that. And then someone sent me a copy of Fruity Loops when I was about 18. Just really playing about with it, not really taking it serious. And then I was getting involved with a couple of local artists and just fucking about, really making a couple of tracks, not really doing it serious. And then like when I was about 19, just turning 20, so about 3 years ago I got into it really serious. And then I had a couple of like pirate radio plays around here and that, you know, which kind of got me on a buzz, you know. Oh shit, I've been on the airwaves and stuff like that, which, you know, built my, you know, emotions up, you get me. And then I started making some real serious beats, and then from there I've been speaking to Bad Boy, for like 5 years, like using MySpace and that, because that's what it was about then. Facebook weren't really on that, or Twitter. And then we just started connecting, and then it was mid-11 and we made a track called Strung Up together. It was very melodic and shit like that, and everyone was buzzing off it, so we decided to actually work together. And we released a 3-instrumental CD called From North to South EP. Big up Nutty P and Desire FM lot, they actually showcased that for me, which is quite good, got a lot of good reviews. And even at that time I was speaking to Vader from Invasion Alert, and he was, you know, bigging up the beats and you know, said to me a couple of DJs used them for sets and that, which is obviously, you know, a good morale boost, you get me. And then like, at the time me and Bad Boy were just Marv Man and Bad Boy, we weren't Surreal Sounds. I actually come up with a name because I was thinking, you know, this shit is surreal, you know what I mean? So a bit of play on words, Surreal Sounds. He was happy with it, I was happy with it, so ever since, you know, December 11, that was Surreal Sounds. And then we uploaded a few tracks to BBC Introducing, a track called Where's Wally As It Goes, and they actually played that on their first year show, January just gone, so January 2012, and you know what I mean, that was our first real break, you know. And then throughout the year we had various tracks, like instrumentals mainly played on BBC Essex, which was good. But about March 2012, Bad Boy hollered at Warrico, and that's how the Above Average EP come out, really.
I got bars, no cellular, no Nokia, no Samsung. Listen, you see me? Lyrically, I'm on a level that is higher than them. Get petrol, put fire upon them. It's not a joke, Tim. I'm not Cat, Murphy or Pryor and them.
Originally it was like a dubstep kind of 130 beat that we made, and then we turned it into grime, which is quite sick. And the EP actually features Vader, so I shouted at Vader from Invasion Alert, he did his remix. And then we also shouted at Big Geeks, big up them, that's obviously El Reezy and Blender, not the finest producers. And they all jumped on a remix. The EP's actually out now, you can get the description, buy it, it's all in the description on iTunes and Amazon and that shit. So that's out now. And ever since from that project, we just, you know, got higher and higher, you know what I mean, working with more and more artists. I mean, got an EP out now as well with Vader called Next Day Delivery. That features a song we did for anti-drinking campaign. It got played by Rinse a couple of times. Big up DJ Aubrey on that one each and every time, you know what I mean? He's supported us from day one, whether it be Marv Man or Bad Boy or Surreal Sounds as a whole, you know what I mean? As I previously mentioned, when we had the tune played on BBC Essex, because it's a legal station and it's obviously the BBC, both of us, we're thinking, shit man, this is actually going alright, you know, we're not just fucking about on pirates or, you know, your internet stations anymore. This is getting quite serious. And then obviously the link with Warrico, because he just come off the back of Lord of the Mics 3 with that clash with D-Power Diesel, which was, you know, pinnacle to the grime scene. Obviously the whole Lord of the Mics is anyway, but what Jammy did to reinstate it was just massive anyway. But yeah, that stage, and then the linking with Warrico, because he was such a massive artist at the time, it just think, fuck man, we actually mean something to the scene now. Yeah, at the moment, obviously we're still focusing on the grime scene, but we're also catering for a lot of other artists and a lot of other genres. Like obviously the trap scene's quite big at the moment, so we're producing a lot of trap style beats, as well as dubstep still, as well as hip hop and R&B, because we've got a couple of singers inquiring, oh, can you actually produce for us and shit like that. So I mean, we're not labelled just as grime producers. We are, you know, we're not generic grime producers. We can do anything really if you give us. I mean, we can make an acoustic hip hop beat or just an acoustic song like Lego House, for example, like Ed Sheeran. We can do anything because that's what we're aiming to do really. We don't want to just be labelled as, oh, that's that grime producer. Yeah, basically the next stage for Sho Sho Sounds is to work with as many artists as we can, whether they be up and coming, established or veterans in the scene basically. I mean, you know what I mean, whoever we personally feel is going to help us, and if we're going to help them, then we will work with them. Even if people don't think they're good, but if we think they're good, and if the hype's right, then we will just work with them. You can contact us at www.ShoShoMedia.co.uk. That's got all our links in there, our YouTube, our SoundClouds, our Facebooks, our Twitters, but the Twitter is at Marv Man Pro and at badboy_SRS. Badboy is with an I, not with a Y. You can even hit me up on my Hotmail, I'm free to give that out. That's marvman06@hotmail.com. We've got a few projects on at the moment. We worked with this with Juki Mondo, Billy Boy and Vader on this kind of commercial kind of track called Side of Me. I'll just give you a quick preview of that now, so hold up. So I'll just give you a quick preview of it. This is Juki Mondo at the moment on the intro and the chorus, so yeah.
The other side of me, no, the other side. I done nothing on the road, but you don't have to see that side of me. Trying to leave road on the road, so you don't have to see that side of me. I've been broken apart, I gap, so you don't see that side of me. Life's one big test, it's a game, but I know that the good's inside of me. This is real life, this ain't no movie. I can do this thing like Scooby. I do it for the hot girls, do it for the floozies. Night comes so same colour as rubies. Won't take your girlfriend movies.
Yeah man, that's all you're getting at the moment. That's going to be released out in April sometime this year. There's going to be a music video done as well. So that's going to be on like your AKAs and all over the media and all over, you know, YouTube and that. So that should be out very soon. I'll give you a preview of a solo instrumental that I made and I sent to Juki Mondo. It's kind of like a hip hop style beat. It's quite nice as it goes. So it's got a sample of Dr. Dre in, just basically saying what the tune's about.
What's on the outside of the cover don't even really matter that much to me, you know. What matters to me is just coming out those speakers.
So basically, I mean, the concept of this tune when I made it is like, whenever you go to a club, however shit or dirty it is, as long as the DJ's dropping them sick rhythms, you got to stay in it and you got to skank out. Just don't care what it looks like, inside or out. And obviously while we're doing this, I'll just tell you, I only use Fruity Loops, nothing else, no Logic. I don't really use many VSTs or plugins, a lot of it's just Fruity Loops. As you can see, the only plugin I really got here at the moment is Gravity and Gladiator, and that's it. Everything else is really like, you know, your plugins and your plat and your, you know, like your kicks and your snare packs that you can get from anywhere really. So it's as simple as that, to be honest with you. And that's it at the moment. Once again, obviously I've got a couple of EPs out myself now, but you can catch that all on my website. That's www.sorosounds.co.uk. Obviously at me at Marv Man Pro on the Twitter, and Badboy at badboy_SRS.